Vancouver, Canada. And this is 201 West 7th Avenue, a building the world knows without actually knowing it. Let me explain. You see, this was the home of Little Mountain Sound.
The Little Mountain Sound building was and is a nondescript building. You could easily walk by here and never known what was going on or who was in here, except for this back wall area, which a lot of people remember. All over this wall, there used to be the art and names of the bands that had recorded here over the years, as well as a few that didn't. And it's interesting, in 1992, when David Lee Roth from Van Halen came to town, he had his own artwork commissioned on this wall, and the city mothers and fathers didn't necessarily like the artwork. And it was scrubbed along with the whole wall. And in many ways, that's a metaphor for how things ended here, just almost overnight. Within a year or so, Little Mountain Sound was no more.
So Little Mountain shut down November 93.
It ended because nobody looked after it. It wasn't like a studio that just something happened, somebody bought the building, and we got to put up a high-rise. Okay, this thing just decayed away.
You know, part of what happened to it was the grunge era hit. So, you know, we were big through the 80s, into the late 80s, grunge era kind of hit. And then a lot of the grunge bands had started in Seattle, so everybody, oh, we got to get that sound. So a lot of it kind of shifted down to Seattle and a little bit away from Vancouver. And I think that's basically what happened, you know, it just changed.
I guess what happened is the ownership, you know, the business changed. And, you know, we were hungry for new equipment, new ideas, and then it turned into a bit of a business. So just things changed. And the management changed. When Bob Brooks left, it all changed. It became just different people and different ideas. And, you know, it was economics that really why it fell apart.
But the reality is the landlord came in, saw all these Porsches lined up every day, and went, and this is back in 1990, says, on your new lease, it's going to be $1 million over 5 years. And they couldn't do it. Like, it wasn't even that they didn't want to do it. It's just that, like, there's not the money in it.
I was supposed to have lunch with them that day. And I phoned the studio that morning and to say, I'm just confirming, you know, with another friend. Person that answered the phone just couldn't even speak. They were like weeping or crying. And I said, well, what, you know, what's going on? And they said, Rocket, Bruce has passed away.
You know, the world lost a great producer, somebody who made great records that resonated with people all over the world. His records will play on forever.
You know, I'd like to buy this building. I'd like to buy it and move in.
Yeah, well, I mean, we didn't reflect on it at the time, but I mean, later on, you know, it's almost like you don't know what you have till it's gone type of thing.
It's a combination of the building and the people. And it's all about timing. It was the right time for all of us, and it was a great time in Vancouver.